Welcome back. Objection, Your Honor. I mean, affirmation, Your Honor. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? What? Presented Maya Fey in order to
Mia
say
Fey.
that it had nothing to... Oh, okay. Shit.
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You cannot punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
Well, we could persecute some fat, ugly, disgusting guys to send down there for your next clients.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible, was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how did you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever.
I'll just take your word for that.
Well, she's a spirit medium, she should know. Not really. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most.
That's me, though!
I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Take that.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me.
Man, the judge is really just playing right into her. It's everything she wanted to hear. Tell me how evil I am. Grrr!
That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
Whoa!
Wait, she gave us the hood.
Also, she's saying she materialized in Hazakura Temple at 9:30. Which means that Maya couldn't have channeled her, which means...
Bikini?
Elise?
No.
Or I mean that Iris would have. So it was Elise Dukes Nim who channeled her after all. They're saying Elise... So, okay. I guess he's basing that off of hearing her say she picked up the staff, because the only way she would have gotten the staff is if she materialized in Elise's room.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
Look
She
at the
left-
screen, Fraser. ... Look at the screen.
She left Maya
There's
Fey.
like 7 people saying look at the screen. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
I don't
we missed
understand.
it.
What do you mean, look at the screen? Alright. Nothing. Move on.
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and read.
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that matter? What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. What?
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld to suck cocks until I knew I had killed her myself.
Good one.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes. I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came to the training hall.
What? Who? Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself while at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll and gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But it was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan has succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written on the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Rubble, 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 rubble. Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
Ugh. No way!
Rubble, 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 rubble.
No way!
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked my Faye. But even so...
You need a drink of water? You're doing that a lot.
I know, I'm sorry.
What's going on?
I have a little bit of popcorn. Just started.
Then why wouldn't you stop to take a drink of water? Why would you try to power through?
Because I kept...
Oh, it's a very serious show we got here. If you did that, people might ask for a refund.
I kept thinking it would go away. Peppermint tea. That'll fix it. The murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Objection! Ridiculous! That's nonsense!
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
I don't know.
What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Faye has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Probably for this court.
Oh man, they unsubbed because I drank.
Fuck. Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple. That much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be.
In this courtroom?
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else?
Why? How? How does that make sense?
In Eagle River.
Maya Faye killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that?
Everybody's saying under the chair. Check under your chair. Fucking goddamn that. These two cases are very similar in terms of my rage levels.
Yeah. That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Beanie?
Untrue! It's untrue! I mean, it's a lie! Ooh. Is that... I'm gonna guess Godot's phone?
Oops. Sorry, that's my phone.
We'll hold on that. When we come back, we're gonna find out who's calling Godot in the middle of this very important trial. Stay tuned. Video Games Awesome Live continues after this with Ace Attorneys. Blah.